It's gonna feel like the opposite of everything we've been taught. But if you don't do it now, it could cost you thousands of dollars, and even worse, make you feel miserable. The good news is you can have a beautiful business that lasts. You just gotta avoid the number one mistake that people make. Like when I gave my boss notice at my last job, he was, to say the least, shocked. You're stepping away from an amazing opportunity. Are you sure you want to do this? Because on the outside, everything looked great. I was managing a team and about to get a raise. He added, which I will always be grateful for, if you ever want to come back, we'll have a spot for you. I knew he was caring for me, but the energy also felt like, you're probably gonna fail, but it's okay, we'll be here. You might be picturing someone in your own life that you wanna prove you can do it. It might not be a dramatic scene where you storm out the door after they say you are going to fail. It can be as simple as an unspoken belief that you're gonna fail. The truth is, people can care about you and be capped by their own limiting beliefs. The result is the same. You start your business with a prove it mentality. I'd be lying if I said that it isn't motivating early on to prove everyone wrong. I used to eat, sleep, and breathe my work, and it's what helped me get off the ground. But the problem with this is it can also lead to bad decisions that waste your time and money. For example, early on in my business, I met a mentor who had made hundreds of millions of dollars. And I thought, if I don't hire this person, I'm gonna fail.
That is why you fail.
Side note, because I don't ever want you to have to make the same mistake. If you ever feel that way, walk away, because that's a decision made out of fear. And I paid the price, literally. I spent hundreds of thousands of dollars and a year with this mentor who wasn't the right fit for me in terms of personality or values. Now, ultimately, we have the responsibility for what we say yes to. That's why I wish I had focused my energy more positively instead of just trying to prove everyone wrong. I wish I had focused more on trusting my intuition, that I was right and I could do it. The best way to do this is with your first banish burnout tip. Make decisions from a place of excitement. But I know when you're starting out, it's hard to feel excited because you've got so much to do. The cure for this can be found in advice that honestly, I used to think was stupid. If you want your business to succeed, niche down. Now, be careful. Niching down is a lot less important than most people make it out to be. But there is a way to use this advice to build a sustainable business.
I definitely do not want to be the guy who just sits there while time stands still. I want to be the guy.
The guy.
Yeah.
Then let's get the out of here.
Imagine talking about just one thing for the rest of your life. Pretty sure you would burn out fast, right? Instead, niche down to the things you love. As an introvert, my happy place is creating content by myself. When I focus on that, what I love, I have more momentum to keep my business running. Because honestly, your business has to be enjoyable for you, or it won't last. I'd love to hear what makes your business fun for you. Let us know in the comments below what keeps you motivated. It sounds trivial, but keeping it fun is how one woman's side hobby turned into a 7-figure income. While she was in business school, Michelle Schroeder Gardner started a blog, Making Sense of Sense. She just loved talking about personal finance. As she grew, the blog started bringing in money naturally, and it now makes $100,000 a month. You can follow her example. But there is one big caveat here. Follow your fun, but be smart about it. The truth is, you can't have long-term success without enjoying what you do, but it also has to be something other people want. If you can find that sweet spot, eventually you'll be able to build a team, systems, and product suite that lets you focus on more of just what you love. But you'll never get to that point if you fall into the biggest burnout trap. It's best explained by my years-long battle with social media. Initially, I forced myself to do it because everyone says you have to. But I found myself dragging my feet every day, thinking, I hate this. Not to mention the whole emotional roller coaster hinging on if the algorithm gods decide to favor you this month. It's a trap that might be burning you out right now, trying to do what everyone else is doing, or saying that you should be doing. It wasn't until I totally burned out on the social media hamster wheel that I realized I wasted so much time trying to do things the proven way that it took me a lot longer to find my way. The truth is, I was making great sales from other traffic sources. Plus, I enjoy creating courses and writing emails so much more than being on Instagram. That's why I now tell my clients, learn the rules and best practices, then use them to figure out your way. Following the rules isn't wrong, but your business won't have the same level of success if you're doing just what everyone else is doing. That's why with everything I share, the goal is not to just say you have to do this and this way. Instead, I hope to challenge how you think about your business while helping you build the skills that will allow you to then customize it the way that you want. It's the best way to set yourself up for your dream life. Take the study that discovered that students with perfect GPAs are less likely to succeed without established systems. Plus, just look at Steve Jobs. He graduated high school with a 2.65 GPA. He wasn't afraid to break the rules so that he could push things forward. You can do the same in your business. But there is one rule I wish I'd known about earlier. It's a concept I first learned from a book by a plastic surgeon. One day, a patient walked into his office who had a facial deformity. Dr. Maltz helped him correct it. But even after the surgery, he still interacted with others as if he still had the deformity. Dr. Maltz realized that changing the external stuff, like your appearance, isn't enough for transformation. So in his book, he theorizes that your thoughts create your reality. It's why I've invested hundreds of thousands of dollars into learning about mindset, energetics, and self-awareness. Shout out to my longtime mindset coach, Molly Sapp. Isn't it motivating to think that you can control and create your dream outcome and life? High five to that. Because often, to get to the next level, it's not that we need to do more work. It's that we need to shift something within ourselves. It's how I realized that after years of hustle and chasing money, I was still so stressed and unhappy. So one year, I decided to not set any revenue goals. I was just gonna create content and do what feels fun. I could not believe what happened next. That was the year I had the most growth financially and personally. Turns out, just chasing growth in your bank account won't make most of us happy. Plus, it's not the best business strategy anyways, because when you're an entrepreneur, your business is you. As I once heard money coach Denise Duffield-Thomas say, you are the golden goose. If you are unhappy, it's eventually all going to come crashing down. But I know a lot of people see self-care and fun as obstacles to productivity. That's what Rand Fishkin thought when he was running his startup. He was in charge of 200 people and pulling 50-hour weeks, but it took a toll. He was overworked and depressed. That's when he knew something had to change. He quit and started a new business, SparkToro. But this time, the emphasis was on prioritizing mental health. The reason, as he says, is because if you spend an extra 4 hours on taking it easy, you will probably make better decisions than your overworked competitors. And he is far from alone in this. Studies show that people who look after themselves have better results and produce more. So now you have a scientific reason to go take that nature walk or pick up that fantasy book you've been wanting to read. As a business owner, you are in it for the long term, because as long as you don't give up, it will compound. You will grow a little bit each day until you've got a business and life you couldn't even have dreamed of. I truly believe that, and I hope what we just covered has helped you believe that a little more. Let me know what your biggest takeaway was. I would love to hear from you.